welcome to the Sidings. And it's time for celebration. The 60cm shelf challenge has been completed. Look, there it is. It's my shelf challenge. I've never built a model railway before. Never done scenery, never done anything like this. You can tell. I think that it's a bit of a beginner attempt, but I love it. It is mine, and I built it, and it works. For a given value of work, I do need to tidy up a little bit and make sure the rails are clean, because I'm still having a few little dead spots while shunting, but it's done. So let's just go on that journey, shall we? From the 28th of April, when I bought the shelf and found some bits and pieces so that I could tackle Mike Potter's 60cm shelf challenge. Now, to be fair, he said a floating shelf. I went and bought myself one that wasn't floating because it was £7 in B&M. I have kind of kept track of the amount of money I've spent on this, but it has escalated, which I'll come back to. So, first of all, fitting the rails on to make sure that I actually got space to shunt. Then doing a little work, getting the basics in, wiring it up, checking that I could actually use a locomotive on this and it would function. Thankfully, I'd got loads of bits and pieces lying around, and then a very good friend of mine donated some roofing felt, some fine roofing felt, so I could cut myself a little bit of that, and got some florist's wire to do the points. That's great. I mean, that's just wonderful. Florist wire is 5p a length from my local florist. And some little plastic tubes that I admit I had to go online to find because I couldn't get quite what I wanted. A tunnel portal just out of a local model railway shop. That's Hobby Rail in Sutton Coldfield supplied me with that. Bit of rolling stock that I had lying around, and I started to just pick up the things I needed. So the hill, the back is polystyrene packaging that came in the new fridge. I just looked at it and went, I know what I can do with that. Spent a happy hour getting slightly high on the fumes of carving that. And then I'd got the track bed laid down, I'd got the track in place, I could actually put some pins in and hold it. I dug out some platforms. I even went so far as to blackwash the front of the platform so all the brickwork shows. And I got my hills in place with my grass mat on. I mean, the grass mats, again, it's just wonderful. There's a little shop in Blockswich that does it, just up the road. In fact, if I can find a photograph, I'll stick it in this video. And then I was starting to glue things together and paint. I'd never painted stuff before. The buffers looked a bit ordinary, so when I cut the ends off so that I could stick them up against the retaining wall, I painted the heads of the buffers white. And I started to put detail in, so there's some greenery growing behind the shed by the station, by the platform, which is the shed's holding the wall up, not the other way around, because the wall, it was complicated. I explained it in another video. But I just put some greenery around the back where it would probably grow up and nobody would want to get rid of it. We had the royal visit from Percy to celebrate 80 years of the Thomas the Tank Engine stories. I think I've mentioned on this channel before several times that my first ever train set was a Thomas the Tank Engine train set. I was 7, I think. And I bought, for this challenge, my first new locomotive since 1987. Again, thanks to Mike Potter for spotting that there was a little shunter available online via Amazon for £20. And this is the finished layout. You'll notice the jam jar lid in the foreground there. That is what I use to get my phone to the right height to do these kind of hero shots. So everything looks big and mean and real. And I am just delighted with how this has gone. I mean, really, really genuinely delighted. I could not have conceived of being capable of building something like this. And it's not perfect, and there's all sorts of details that aren't great. My uncle, who is experienced in these things, says they always look better in the photo. They look brilliant in the photo. You don't get that sense of kind of how small they are, and you can imagine yourself dealing with them at full size, and you can place yourself into that world. But close up, you can see all the little bits that I'd do differently next time, or I might pick up differently. So you can see this shot here of the retaining wall at the end of the bank. That's a little wobbly. and you can see the end of the tube for the wiring tube for the points, and I've had to trim the grass mat down a bit, and it isn't the neatest in the world, and do you know what, I'm probably going to come back and fix that at some point, but right now I'm just utterly delighted to have this finished. Thank you to everybody who's helped. The hints and tips from the guys in the hobby stores. Some really lovely comments on previous videos. Thank you so much. Even to the point of just getting some ballast in a bag and then laying the backyard behind the platform to gravel so that I'd got it finished to a level that I was comfortable with. And the platform shelter, I mean, somebody said don't put it on because it's not necessary. I did in the end because I like the way it kind of it covers in and but just little touches like I would never before have thought about painting the door. I would just left it in its current state, which is fine, and I don't mind this. This is fine, and you can see also in the photo the little 3D printed platform name that I ordered, and the post box. These little details would never have been in my radar, on my radar beforehand, but now they are, and I've done a bit of it. And a bit later, when I get around to it, I will load up a video showing me doing a bit of live shunting on the layout as it is, because it is there to be played with, and I can see myself having many happy hours avoiding the to-do list while playing trains. So, yes, in summary, it's been brilliant. I love it. It seems to be the thing that has occupied me right now for a little while, and it's been wonderful. Many, many thanks to Mike Potter and the crew around Budget Model Railways and that wonderful channel, and also to the loads of people on YouTube who've been kind, liked the videos, passed comments and whatever, and good luck to everybody else who's on the 60cm shelf challenge. I shall be uploading my photograph and my little summary shortly to the website, and then looking at everybody else's efforts and seeing what I can copy for my next layout, because I have the horrible feeling that this is incredibly catching. Take good care, and I'll have another video up soon. Cheers.